Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to tell you is more important than what happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. And what I'm about to tell you, I want you all to take part in. Bound for glory. Glory, something that WWE hasn't seen in a very long time. But on Sunday night, it was Bound for Glory, and Impact Wrestling gave you a pretty damn good pay-per-view by the end of the night. Austin Aries and Johnny Mundo, John Morrison, John Hennigan, whatever the fuck you want to call him nowadays, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Impact, Johnny I'm on Survivor. They were in the main event, and apparently Austin Aries is no longer with Impact Wrestling. His contract ran out as soon as that 3 count was made on Sunday night. You guys want my thoughts about everything that happened with the main event for the Impact World title? It is live on the channel right now. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Those 2 guys in the back there, you see Phoenix on the left and Pentagon on the right. I pray to God they do not come to the WWE ever. Nobody wants to be a part of the fucking shit show that we seen tonight. I'm going to shake some heads tonight. Gonna make some fucking heads roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. I don't know how this show is presented to Vince McMahon every week, and this man certifies it, looks over it, checks it off, okays it. Let's go on air. Let's go on the USA Network. We're ready to go. I don't understand it. It is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Seriously. Kurt Cobain. I don't give a fuck who I make salty with this. I've stated this ever since I was fucking growing up and first learning guitar. Kurt Cobain of Nirvana is without question one of the worst musicians that has ever lived. He is one of the worst voices I have ever heard, and Nirvana is one of the worst bands I have ever seen. Simple. To all the Kurt Cobain fanboys and fangirls out there, he wrote most of his music while under the influence. Shrooms, acid, crack, cocaine, mixture of both. Maybe smoked a little ganja, right? Puff the Magic Dragon did Kurt Cobain. And the same could be said for bands like Metallica in their early 80s presenting Kill 'Em All, where they were actually drunk when they recorded the whole fucking thing. And believe it or not, my favorite Metallica song is off of Kill 'Em All in the form of the Four Horsemen. They wrote and recorded the album drunk, and some say that when a musician is in the zone, most of his best work is when he's under the influence of drugs and alcohol. I wish I could say the same about WWE. They make me want to do drugs and alcohol. And just like Kurt Cobain, I wish whoever wrote this fucking show took a shotgun to the fucking face. Because this show is garbage. This show is garbage. They belong nowhere near a wrestling show. You want my truth on Monday Night Raw? You want my feelings on Monday Night Raw? There you go. There you go. This show sucks. I say it every week. And then I got the fucking idiots on social media, and I want you to look me directly in the eye. The fucking idiots on social media who think I watch this show merely to hate watch. And then they're the ones who say, well, if you don't like it, don't watch it. He's a smart mark who got invited to Bound for Glory by Impact Wrestling because they're giving away tickets to internet smart mark YouTubers. And JD, all he does is watch Monday Night Raw to hate watch. Yeah, I hate 35,000 to 40,000 people every week watching me. I hate it. I hate it so much, bro. I hate the 2,000 to 3,000 thumbs up that this video is going to get. Remember to hit that thumbs up. I hate all the positive feedback I get on social media. I hate all the laughs that I provide people on a daily basis. I hate it. I hate it. If some people can find solace in what I do to save them from this garbage, god-awful fucking program, then so be it. Do I hate watch? No. I consider myself a good Samaritan. People watch this show and they fucking hate it, and then they don't watch it anymore. This is my job. I love my job, man. I have all the freedom in the fucking world. I'm going to record this video tonight. I'm going to play Black Ops 4 till 3 o'clock in the morning while this shit uploads. I'm going to go to bed at 4 a.m. I'm going to wake up at 9:30 a.m., go to the fucking gym, and have the rest of the day to myself. Man, do I hate my fucking life. Do I hate my fucking life, bro. Gonna drive around in my beautiful car. Gonna do whatever the fuck I want for the rest of the day. Man, do I hate my job. Do I hate my job. I watch this show because I am saving people from sheer fucking torture. I am. I would sacrifice myself to the altar of Monday Night Raw because I don't want you to watch Monday Night Raw. You don't have to. I'll take the bullet for you, bro. Every single week. You don't like it, don't watch. Right? I'm here every fucking week. Meanwhile, you're the one watching it on Hulu without all the commercials. Meanwhile, you're the one watching it back on DVR, fast-forwarding through all the commercials. And I'm here watching it with all the commercials and the reruns and the reruns and the reruns of matches that we see every fucking week. I'm planted my ass on my couch with a fucking beer in my hand and I'm watching Monday Night Raw every single Monday, knee-deep in the trenches to give you guys fucking quality content. Quality audio content. Quality audio and video content. Man, this Monday Night Raw was, I don't know, man. Nothing progresses on this show. Nothing progresses. I scratch my head, I laugh, I bitch, I moan, I complain, and it's the same thing every single week. I want to see fucking Aaron Rift talk me up a big game this week like he did last week.
Oh, JD didn't like the show. Did he start watching wrestling when he was 20 years old? Did he start watching the show last year?
No, motherfucker! I grew up with it since WrestleMania 4! I don't know what the fuck you're watching! Who's right and who's wrong? You want your nostalgia fucking fix last week, okay? You got it. What happened? Turn around 1 week. Raw was so great last week. What happened this week? Huh? Did they progress any storylines for you this week? Did they wow you? Are you gonna put your head down on your fucking pillow and be content with what Monday Night Raw gave you tonight? I could write a better fucking show half dead. Show is fucking ridiculous. Nothing on this show. Nothing on this show you take away from and say, wow, this was good. It was good. Everything on this show means nothing. Nothing. So I want to see people come out here or on YouTube doing their live reviews or their written fucking statements on Twitter. I want to see people defend this fucking heap of shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. I honestly think WWE right now is trolling people. They don't care. They have one thing and one thing only on the top of their priority list. Where the fuck are we going with Crown Jewel? That's where their priorities lie. Where the fuck are they going with Crown Jewel? I don't know. I understand. This was the big thing going into Monday Night Raw tonight. People are saying that they have a statement prepared for Wednesday. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that is a fact or not. But WWE may be readying to move Crown Jewel out of Saudi Arabia. And good. Good. Because those people don't deserve A, wrestling show. B, it's fucking embarrassing. C, those people don't deserve Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement. He needs to come out of retirement in America. In America. I don't want fucking Saudi princes or the right-hand man or the right-hand men of the Saudi prince and their children running around when Shawn Michaels is in the fucking ring doing the crotch chop, coming back to the WWE after being retired for 8 years. I want that to be in a place and in a country where it will be greatly appreciated. That country is not Saudi Arabia. So if the WWE wants to move the Crown Jewel pay-per-view to the United Kingdom, is what I'm hearing, then by all means, you have my blessing. You have my blessing. The UK folk, good people. You get the fucking WWE event that you wanted. It's pretty decent with the card that they're offering. You get to fucking show everybody what a real crowd is, because I love the UK crowds. And then we're off to the running. Then we can go on to the Survivor Series and have that be a fucking shit fest. But that's where WWE's priorities lie right now. They didn't mention anything about Saudi Arabia. They did not mention anything about what stadium it was going to be in. All they did was talk about Crown Jewel, November 2nd. They went over the card. Nothing has changed. They added more to the World Cup. The World Cup is still happening, whether or not it's in Saudi Arabia or not. Now, I know a lot of people are of the assumption and of the belief, well, if WWE doesn't announce that it's not in Saudi Arabia, then it's still in Saudi Arabia, which I completely understand where you're coming from. But WWE, I don't think, can be this foolish to announce Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. In fact, the Saudi government is ready to come out and say that, yes, they did indeed order this Turkish journalist of Saudi descent to be killed. This is what I read today. I believe it was with Fox News. Now, I don't give a shit about mainstream media. I think it's all bullshit. But this is what the story, or the storyline, is this week. That they're ready to come out and say that, yes, he was murdered. So if WWE doesn't pull out of Crown Jewel, then they are at dangerous levels, risking the reputation and the image of the WWE. And that in itself, outside of the financials, is the most important thing to WWE as a whole. Its reputation and its image. So that's where we stand with that as far as Crown Jewel goes. As far as Monday Night Raw goes, I mean, this show was a complete fucking piece of shit as always. The show started off. We'll take this from the top and work our way down to the very, very, very bottom of the barrel. Show started off with Dolph Ziggler. Takes the microphone. I don't have the live audio to play you, so I have to read what I have written here. Ziggler takes the microphone and says that they meaning Strowman himself and Drew McIntyre, are the best three-man team in WWE history. Again, I don't know who scripts this shit to be said. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You are not the best three-man team anywhere. And I love me Drew McIntyre. I think he's awesome. I think Dolph Ziggler is one of the best in-ring performers in the company. But to go out there and say that you're one of the best three-men teams in WWE history, bro, you aren't even in the same league as the New Day. I mean, get the fuck out of here. You know, Undisputed Era may be three men right now. You aren't even better than Undisputed. NWO was in the WWE. Hall, Nash, and Hogan. You ain't... Do I even need to utter? Come on now. What is this shit? The best of all time, the best in WWE history. Just like how WWE put their top 5 betrayals on Instagram. Top 5 betrayals. They put Rollins turning on Reigns and Ambrose, number 1. And then they got at number 5, Nikki Bella turning on Ronda Rousey. And then for shits and giggles, just so that they give you the feeling of, yeah, we're trying, they give you Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, where Shawn Michaels super kicked Jannetty and threw him through Brutus Beefcake's barbershop window. Just for the fuck of it. Yeah, we're trying. Yeah, we care about the old school. Yeah, we know our history. Shawn Michaels throwing Marty Jannetty through the barbershop window is not better than Rollins turning on Reigns and Ambrose. Are you out of your fucking mind? I don't understand that. What happened? Where's Owen Hart betraying Bret Hart at the 1994 Royal Rumble? Why isn't that on the list? I don't understand that. Like, this company is seriously fucked up. Like, I understand why you do these lists, and you want to get all the fucking irrelevance talking, and you want to create buzz, but you're also making yourself look like a bunch of blithering idiots. Please. Don't fall for this shit. Ziggler, McIntyre, and Braun Strowman, the best 3-man team in WWE history. McIntyre says they didn't need a catchy name or tactical vests to get it done. Braun says they proved it against the Shield last week and will prove it again anytime. I think we've seen enough of the Pack versus the Shield. Or whatever the fuck they're calling themselves, the Dogs of War. Ziggler shows us a replay of last week's 6-man tag. If you've seen this and then watched the main event of tonight's show, I doubt you could tell the difference. I doubt you could tell the difference. But we also see a post-Raw cryptic comment video that Dean Ambrose made. McIntyre says they didn't just beat the Shield, they broke the Shield. He goes on about how the WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins have no use for Ambrose anymore. Speaking of which, what happened to the workhorses of WWE? Reigns and Rollins and Ambrose, they're the workhorses of WWE. Can someone pull up the factoids, please? And let everybody know in the comment section when the last time the IC title was defended on Monday Night Raw. When the last time the Universal title was defended by Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw. You're a real fighting champion, though, Roman, right? Seth Rollins given the Intercontinental Championship. For what? For what? What workhorses? Seems like these horses were put out and shot dead. They were laid out and exterminated. They were just, poof, gone. Here 1 week and gone the next. What workhorses? You ain't running no more fucking Kentucky Derbies, motherfucker. You are absolutely worthless to me. You lied. You are liars. I don't want to hear another word from your mouths about being workhorses. McIntyre says, finally, everyone's eyes are open. I wish everybody's eyes would be open to this fucking garbage on Monday night. Finally, Ambrose has opened his eyes and the Shield has been shattered. My soul is shattered every fucking Monday night at 8 o'clock. You should see me by 11. I'm like one of the fucking Walking Dead. Braun says the Shield won't have Reigns back when he destroys the Big Dog and the Beast to become the Universal Champion at Crown Jewel. All talk is Braun Strowman. Guy's a fucking 7-foot monster, and he's like a fucking marshmallow. Fluff. You put some fucking Hershey's in between him, between 2 graham crackers, and Braun Strowman is nothing but a big, fluffy, fucking delicious s'more. He ain't going nowhere. Complete waste of everybody's fucking time. McIntyre plugs the World Cup and how he will mow through the competition, proving that he's the best in the world. Ziggler says Drew is great, but he's also, tonight, having a qualifying match, and maybe they'll go head-to-head. Just like I went head-to-head with your fucking mother on Sunday night after Bound for Glory. McIntyre says he is as good as Ziggler. Ziggler is good. You're fantastic, he says. But he's no Drew McIntyre. They go on and on and on until out comes Rollins and Reigns. And it's just generic garbage. Rollins says the Shield is now broken. It's alive and well. Rollins talks about the World Cup and says he will prove he's the best in the world. Listen, what is this best in the world? Okay? Is CM Punk in the fucking tournament? Is Chris Jericho in the tournament? Huh? Is AJ Styles in the tournament? Is Daniel Bryan in the tournament? Is your buddy Roman in the fucking tournament? Talking about best in the world. I'm sorry. You can't be coining something, the best in the world, or you're looking to find the best in the... That person doesn't exist in the WWE. That person is on the other side of the globe, in Japan. He's the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. His name is Mr. Omega. Best in the world. You got the fucking Big Show competing for a spot in this thing. That's truly the best. Right? That's what you're telling me is the best. Fuck out of here. So, Ziggler says he will be happy to take a forfeit tonight. Ambrose runs, or Ziggler asks where Ambrose is, rather, and then Ziggler says, well, he'll take a forfeit tonight. Rollins says Ambrose runs his own time and runs on his own time and shows up when he wants to, but the bottom line is that he always shows up. Reigns mentions how Braun will have to go to the back of the line when he loses a crown jewel. Rollins is ready for his qualifying match with McIntyre to start the show. So we got a World Cup qualifying match. Rollins versus McIntyre. Listen, if you've seen one match with these guys, if you've seen one 6-man tag with these guys, you know what to expect. This was not good. It's the same shit over and over. Take something that could be intriguing, could be a world title feud, and WWE has already ruined it. We've seen it week after week after week after week. I can't have pizza 7 days a week. I can't. By the 4th week, I'm going to be fucking fuck pizza. I never want to see another fucking slice ever again. Or that would be like me going to the fucking bar and ordering nothing but fucking Budweiser. Can I take piss in a cup, please? And then, by the way, you ever realize that you go to happy hour and it's like $1.50 Buds? Do you really want to be drinking $1.50 beers? I would gladly pay for a fucking $12 beer. You know why? Because I know I'm drinking quality shit. If I wanted fucking piss in a cup, I drink Budweiser. Anyway, Seth Rollins wins by countout. WWE actually had a light bulb go off in their head tonight. They didn't pin McIntyre clean. They put him in a World Cup. And by the way, the World Cup, right? Just another excuse for us to get all rinse and repeat on Monday Night Raw. So now, instead of what we were seeing with these guys as they were fighting over God knows what on Monday Night Raw, now they're in a battle to qualify for the World Cup. You know, another excuse to get these guys in the ring together. The World Cup. Rollins wins by countout. Light bulb went off in WWE's mind. McIntyre was not pinned. This is a good thing. That means WWE was actually thinking. You see, if McIntyre was pinned, then that would be an issue. Then WWE would have really fucked up his, I guess, I'm trying to find the right word. They would fuck up his aura. There's a nice little spark there with Drew McIntyre. He's positioned as someone special. Hasn't been pinned. He's a monstrous guy. He's been in high-profile matches. He's been on top of Monday Night Raw for a little while now. And if they pinned him, then that means that he pretty much would have washed all that away. But being that he got counted out means his shoulders weren't pinned to the mat. And being that WWE did not pin him, that actually bodes well for McIntyre's future. Because that means that WWE is A, thinking, and B, realizes what they have in McIntyre, that this guy's a main event player, and we need to protect him. We need to keep him special. So there you go. A good thing on Monday Night Raw. A positive on Monday Night Raw. Holy shit! We just broke ground here. Hand me a Budweiser. Actually, no, don't. Please. Save it. Might as well just fucking dip a cup in the fucking toilet bowl at your local watering hole. There you go. Budweiser. After the match, Ambrose enters the ring as Rollins has his arm raised. Ambrose and Rollins shove each other as the announcers go over the World Cup. So the reason why this happened was Drew goes on and misses a Claymore kick on Rollins. Rollins nails an enziguri to follow. And then all of a sudden, Ambrose comes out to a big pop. Ambrose comes from the crowd and unloads on Ziggler from behind. Drew drops Ambrose from behind Rollins with a stomp to McIntyre on the floor. Rollins makes it back in at the 9 count, but Drew is counted out. So there was a shoving match, and it really didn't progress anything. It was the same shit that we've seen in the last 4 weeks. It really didn't go anywhere. It didn't escalate to anything. It was like, I shove you, you shove me, and then boom. You know? It's like my brother took the last fucking cookie, and I'm arguing with him. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So Ambrose then catches up with Rollins and Reigns in the back, and I do have the clip of this. Dean Ambrose takes offense to Seth Rollins calling him a lunatic.
Chapter, you've been in Japan for a year or two, man. Holy cow.
Sorry, man. I don't know what happened.
Ah, dude, don't worry about it. I knew he'd show up. He's on lunatic time and all that, but he always shows up on lunatic time, man. It's good. Island time, lunatic time.
What'd you call me?
And
What? I'm sorry, man.
I didn't call you nothing, man.
Lunatic, really?
No, you don't mean it like that.
That's all then, you guys, right? I'm just good for a few laughs, right? I'm a real riot. Until you guys need bailing out.
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I got my own mess to worry about.
You just chill. Hey, what? It's not like that. What'd you say? I just said he's on lunatic time.
Man, I just don't care. I don't care anymore. I really don't. Moving on here, man. The Brothers of Destruction respond to Old Age Home X. Degeneration X. That's what I really want to see. Shawn Michaels wrestling without hair in 2018. Love Shawn Michaels to death. He's my #1 wrestler of all time. But here we are. We're getting ready for it. Kane and The Undertaker versus Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They have a response to Old Age Home X here on Monday Night Raw. Ooh, it's all Halloweenish and spooky. I'm awaiting Michael Myers to come out. Ooh.
Respect. Triple H and Shawn Michaels want to lecture us about respect.
Respect.
Our respect
Nothing
for
that
them
the WWE
died
has for
through
its
their
fans.
dishonesty. The reunification of Degeneration X is built on a bed of lies.
The WWE is built on a bed of lies.
Shawn Michaels may claim he stayed away out of respect for me that he no longer has. But deep down in his black soul, Shawn knows that what kept him in the shadows for 8.5 years was nothing but fear.
Fear that my brother would make Shawn Michaels feel helpless and worthless again. Fear that my brother would humiliate Shawn Michaels again. Fear that my brother would put Shawn Michaels down.
Fear that
again.
Monday Night Raw would humiliate
This
all of
time
its
so
fans
deep
again.
in the ground that Shawn could never return.
At Crown Jewel, when the Brothers of Destruction reunite to unleash hell on Degeneration X for the first time ever, all of Shawn Michaels' fears will come true.
When you watch Monday Night Raw,
Triple
all
H
your
may have won a
fears
battle
will come
in
true.
Australia, but he started a war that will begin and end at Crown Jewel.
And when it ends, Triple H can slink back to the comfort of the boardroom. And Shawn Michaels can shuffle back off to the safety of retirement.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels, you had 3 words for us. Are you ready? Well, we have 3 words for you.
Rest in peace.
And Monday Night Raw has 3 words for you. Or I have 3 words for Monday Night Raw. You are trash. Oh, man. I mean, listen, I love Undertaker, man. He's my number 2 of all time. But, Jesus Christ, could you get any more scripted than that? It just did not come off sounding natural whatsoever. You know? And then I pay attention to this shit. You see the Undertaker's eyes just fucking roaming around, looking at the fucking cue card. Come on, dude. So fucking lame. Speaking of lame, Ember Moon and Nia Jax versus Dana Brooke, who managed to find her way out of catering. I don't know how this was possible. I heard that they were serving chicken pot pie, and you know Dana Brooke loves chicken pot pie, bro. So she managed to find her way out of catering, and she brought Tamina with her. Tamina likes the fucking green beans that Titus butters up every week. We didn't see her how many months now? She was just in the back. Mashed potatoes, green beans mixed with mashed potatoes, and the little gravy there that fucking Titus serves, man. Delicious. She couldn't get enough of it. That's where she was. Tamina, wasn't she on SmackDown Live? Am I losing my mind, or am I really this fucking disenchanted with the product? Tamina, wasn't she on, before she was hurt, wasn't she on SmackDown Live? But yet she shows up on Monday Night Raw. Why? No explanation. No reason given. I don't know who the fuck would want to see Tamina Snuka anyway. Who? Who wants to see Dana Brooke? This was god awful. This is everything that is not an evolution. This is not an evolution. This is the opposite of what evolution is. This women's division is absolutely embarrassing. Nia Jax and Ember Moon win. Dana Brooke gets hit with the Eclipse. And then after the match, they have this little back and forth. Where they dump each other over the top rope. Because in the match, it was announced that everybody that has nothing to do is going to be in a battle royal. A meaningless women's battle royal, and the winner receives a future women's championship match, depending on who wins it and what brand they are on. And they sold you this battle royal with the headline being Tori Wilson is in the battle royal. And then Asuka is there, Carmella is there, and everybody else, Naomi, and everybody else that doesn't have anything to do. The Iconics, Natalia, everybody else is there. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, this is the best that you have for Asuka. This is truly the best that you have for Asuka. A meaningless battle royal. You have banished Asuka to the worthless battle royal on a pay-per-view. And I'm looking at this shit breakdown, and I see Nia Jax get dumped over the top rope by Tamina. Looking at Ember Moon trying to dump Tamina over the top rope. And then I see Dana Brooke dump everybody else over the top rope, and Dana Brooke is the one left standing. Who wrote this fucking garbage? This is absolutely embarrassing to the women. This shows the audience that WWE does not have a single fucking clue on how to book their female talent. This is WWE showing you that evolution is not as important as they are making it seem. Because everything is crown jewel. Everything is whatever's happening at crown jewel. If this pay-per-view was fucking important, then the ones that matter should be on the fucking card. And you shouldn't be hyping a Trish or a Lita or a Tori Wilson. This Evolution is a fucking joke. How is this an evolution? These women have seen their day. Meanwhile, the women who have built this fucking division are nowhere to be found. And if you do find them, they are absolutely fucking at the bottom of the barrel. Embarrassing. That we got Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey in the fucking main event. That we got Sasha Banks, not even on the fucking card yet, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Asuka in the Battle Royal. Are you fucking out of your mind? Ember Moon in the Battle Royal. This pay-per-view is meant for the likes of Ruby Riot, Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky, Charlotte. Fuck's going on here? This pay-per-view is nothing but Trish and Lita, Mickie James, Tori Wilson, Nikki Bella, Ronda Rousey. How is this an evolution? The women who built this thing are not evolving. This pay-per-view is not evolving anything. In fact, you're going backwards. How is this evolving what Bayley and Sasha Banks did 4 years ago? I'd love for someone in WWE to explain this to me. This is why I get so fucking pissed. Look at the talent that you have here. How is half of this show going to be what the Evolution really is, and half of the show is completely fucking garbage? A joke. An embarrassment. Pathetic. This was downright embarrassing. I honestly turned my head away in embarrassment when Ember Moon was just standing there as she dumped Nia Jax over the top rope, and poor Ember Moon, who's a fucking babyface through and through, is getting booed. What is this? Who gives a shit about Tamina Snuka? The only one who gives a fuck about Tamina Snuka is Ryan Satin. Have him drool over the fact that Tamina's back, as if it means anything to anybody. Nobody cared about her then, nobody cares about her now. In fact, Ryan Satin's probably going to think the Evolution pay-per-view is the biggest, best pay-per-view the entire year. Fuck out of here. This show is shaping up to be one of the worst of the year. And by God, I hope this show fucking bombs. I would relish in the fact that this show fucking bombed. I would laugh in everybody's face. I pray that when we get to October 28th, that is the end result. Because they deserve it. This show sucks. If anybody thinks that what they're doing with the women now is worthy of a fucking pay-per-view, a 4-hour pay-per-view all to themselves, you have some mental fucking issues. Mental issues. Moving on here. Ronda Rousey. Do I have the clip of Ronda Rousey? Is it on WWE's YouTube? Why isn't it on their YouTube? I would love to play the clip of what we got here. Of course, WWE didn't put it up because who gives a shit about this Monday night? Oh, here it is.
I'm sure most of you guys know that last week the Bella twins betrayed me in front of the whole world.
Let me get you a fucking Kleenex, honey.
I just want an explanation. That's all. You know, you guys at least owe me that. Come on, guys, come out.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw owes me a good show. You don't see me fucking crying.
You want an explanation? We don't owe you one.
Exactly what Monday Night Raw would tell me.
No, I mean, please.
You're gonna watch anyway.
This is show business, not show friends. I mean, you are the one to disrespect us. You're the one who disregarded everything Nikki and I have done for this business.
You've done nothing. You've done nothing. And by the way, she's wearing a Bellalution shirt. Could you get any more he's talking about disrespect. Could you get any more disrespectful to what is being built here? I don't understand this shit. What have the Bellas done in the WWE that warrants them being legends? I don't understand. You know, it's ridiculous. Greg Maddox is a fucking legend. Tom Glavine is a legend. John Smoltz is a fucking legend. Nolan Ryan, Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas is a fucking legend. The Bella Twins are fucking legends? You have to be out of your fucking mind.
I mean, what did you expect? For us to sit on the sidelines and watch you?
Yeah, because your time has come and you have nothing to do with this quote-unquote evolution.
I mean, you're the reason why Brie and I came back to compete. It made me cringe to watch you at the forefront of this evolution.
And it makes me cringe to see Brie Bella botch 4 weeks in a row as she goes on social media and claims that she's being cyber-bullied. I cringe every fucking week at about how the women in this division are being used. And Nikki Bella has the fucking balls to use the word cringe? Jesus fucking Christ. If you look up the Bella Twins in the dictionary, cringe will be the first word associated with their act.
No, talk. You have something else to say? Go ahead. It's your turn. Go.
Oh no, I mean, go ahead. It's all you, Ronda. Unless let me know you're gonna come up here and break our arms.
I tried my best to be respectful. I really did. I knew that the WWE was your territory first, and I really tried not to be judgmental, even though everything that the Divas era stood for made me sick to my stomach.
True.
I tried my best to give you the benefit of a doubt, that you were just doing the best you could with what you had. I was too idealistic. I was too naive to see that you guys are the embodiment of a stereotype. DMBs, do nothing Bellas. You guys weren't there to support me. You were there because there was a camera pointed at me, and never in my life have I seen such desperation for attention. You leached off of the names of your men.
It's also true.
You plagiarize and dilute their movesets.
It's also true.
You're not pioneers, you're a callous. You're relics of the past waiting to be eviscerated like smallpox.
Okay. So you think we're talentless, you think we're a disease, you think we're do-nothing Bellas?
Clearly.
We have broken more barriers than you ever have. We have knocked down more doors. You don't even compare to us at all.
Knock down doors.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Knock down doors.
My entire career, I've been knocking down doors. I've knocked down doors in judo, I knocked down doors in Strikeforce, I knocked down doors in the UFC, and now I'm knocking down doors here at home in the WWE.
I love Nasty Ronda.
The only door you ever knocked down was the door to John Cena's bedroom.
Oh my God.
And he eventually threw you out of that exact same door.
Oh, Nikki and Brie have apparently...
And then she starts shaking her ass. And Nikki Bella starts shaking her ass. Like, seriously. I don't think that there's a guy alive that doesn't mind looking at that, but it's everything that Ronda said. So up until this point, I'm thinking, okay, I see where they're going with this. And I'm trying to be a little bit level-headed. This main event is completely fucking trash. Okay? If you were to give me creative control over Evolution, this wouldn't even be a fucking a thought in my head at all. This would not even cross my mind. I would book Ronda versus Charlotte, or Ronda versus Becky, or Ronda versus Asuka, or Ronda versus Sasha, something along those lines. But I get where WWE is going, and believe it or not, this is going to be actually a semi-positive here. I get what they are doing. WWE is trying to use Ronda Rousey as the spokesman or the spokeswoman for the evolution of the women, because she is the embodiment of what women empowerment is. And the Bellas, they're stuck in the past, and they're trying to cling on to whatever's going on now, or supposedly. Nothing's going on now. They're going backwards instead of forwards. But you guys get what I'm saying. They're trying to cling on to what is relevant in the women's division now, the direction of the women. They're trying to cling on and hang on. But they're trying to maintain that diva-esque mentality. And that type of word and that mentality and that lifestyle does not fit into the WWE. I get what they're trying to do here. And it makes for a good match, or good, premise to a match. But it's rushed, it's forced, it's not believable, and to me, it's a complete waste of time. So then what happened after this is both Brie and Nikki had 5 security guards come down, and Ronda Rousey threw these guys around. One of them ran away. Threw these guys around. They pretty much offered their arms. Hi, Ronda. This is my left arm. Please judo throw me down to the mat. That's all they did. One guy she picked up on her shoulders, and he screamed like a little bitch. I don't know if he was reenacting Xena Warrior and Princess, or he was just a complete fucking pussy. So these guys got their ass kicked, and again, another sloppy, illogical fucking spot where Ronda, a woman, how much does Ronda weigh? 115 pounds? 120 pounds? And she's there throwing 5 security guards around as if they were fucking nothing. Like they were mannequins. You were better off with fucking mannequins out there. At least the mannequins would have put up a better fight. They would have looked a little bit more believable. These types of spots are completely fucking ridiculous. There's no way 5 security guards are not going to be able to take down one little Ronda Rousey who's judo throwing people around. Come on now. It's fucking ridiculous. So that was that. Everything Ronda said was truth. Everything Ronda said was truth. Nikki Bella, she could go on and on and on and on about all the shit that she wants to say. They're trailblazers, they're groundbreakers, they're legends. They've done so much for the company. All talk. And then she's got the balls to use the word cringe in her promo. Come on now. So that was that. Entertaining segment on Ronda's behalf. Other than that, I don't care. Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. This was another World Cup qualifying match here. Ambrose, at the end of this thing, goes up top. Ziggler tries to crotch him. He does. Ambrose sends him to the mat. Ambrose is on the mat now. Drew McIntyre runs down, but so does Seth Rollins. So, Drew McIntyre jumps onto the apron. And Dean Ambrose then jumps off of the top rope and onto McIntyre. So they are on the floor. There's a mix-up on the floor as Ambrose, we don't know if he inadvertently shoved Rollins or he thought that Rollins was McIntyre and shoved McIntyre away, but he shoved Rollins down to the mat. Ambrose goes back into the ring and Ziggler super kicks him, and that leads to a pinfall. Dolph Ziggler is advancing to the World Cup. So after the match, Ziggler and McIntyre leave. Rollins looks on confused. He looked like he's seen a ghost. And Ambrose is face down on the mat. Rollins enters the ring, but Ambrose wants nothing to do with him. Ambrose storms off. Rollins follows, and they start arguing and shoving each other on top of the ramp. Roman Reigns comes out to break it. They're still arguing. Baron Corbin's music hit. Baron Corbin comes out, says that, "You guys are still having problems, I see. And the last thing I want is for the Shield to dissolve on my watch." Corbin says he's going to give them a chance to redeem themselves in another six-man tag with Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. So he's booking the same main event that you've seen last week. And he's booking the same main event that you've seen at Super Showdown. And he's booking the same main event that you've seen before that. This is the same shit over and over and over and over again. No, you didn't hit rerun on your DVR. You didn't skip to last week by accident. This is current Monday Night Raw. This is today. This is October 15th. I know. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to tell you. Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal. I'd love to see one person who actually gave a shit about this match. And if you do, go fuck yourself. Simple as that. You're the reason why this product is garbage. Seriously. I mean that with every fiber of my being. I do. I mean that with every inch of my soul. If you legitimately cared about this match, if you cared about Finn Balor and Jinder Mahal on Monday Night Raw, I want you to kindly go fuck yourself. Because that's how I feel about this match. I don't know who on this planet, if you have a beating heart, blood running through your veins, and a fucking pulse, eyeballs, ears, and a brain, I can't even fathom who would care about this match. Seriously. This match lasted 90 seconds. Sling Blade, coup de grace, and boom, Mahal loses. There's your former WWE champion. The guy who single-handedly sabotaged SmackDown Live for 6 months in 2017. How did that title reign work out for you now, Mahal? Huh? You look back on that. All you Jinder fans. Huh? All you Jinder fucking fanatics. Look back on that now. Where are you now? Where are you now? Are you still calling him the modern-day Maharaja? Or are you calling him what I usually call him, simply failure? The worst WWE champion outside of the Great Khali in WWE history. I would take anybody over Jinder Mahal. Anybody. Seriously. This is a waste of fucking... This is like the 6th week in a row we've seen this. At this point, I'm like, just give me fucking Bobby Roode and Connor and just please end my misery. Please. I was actually hoping and praying that we see Bobby Roode and Connor just for the fucking laughs. Seriously. I don't understand why Team B&B... Oh, what, were you out of apple juice today? Why do we have to see Team B&B? You know, I prefer the orange juice over the apple juice. I'll take both, but on a good day, I prefer the apple juice. I do. Or did I say I prefer the orange juice? I don't fucking know anymore. I'm so fucking drained. I'm tired. Give me both. Mix them both. Put them in my coffee. I don't give a shit. So you could put them in beer and I'd be very happy. Orange beer. I've had orange beer before. I've had apple beer before. But Team B&B. You know? They overcooked my bacon this week. Go fuck yourself. Team B&B. Nobody gives a shit. And if you do, go fuck yourself. Bobby Lashley comes out. And he comes out with Leo Rush. Guy comes out to fucking library silence. Seriously. The 98-year-old fucking hooah who's sitting at the desk, you know, waiting for you to come on in 3 weeks late with your fucking library book. She's over there.
Hey, Timmy! Did you take out the Hobbit? You're 3 weeks late!
And she's sitting there, and she's like, you know, she's been a smoker for like 70 years, and she's like... the only thing you hear in the fucking library. You know? Either that or you hear her fucking pass gas. You know? Because all the prunes that she's been eating. Fuck out of here. At this rate, I take the 90-year-old fucking librarian over Bobby Lashley. She's actually more entertaining than Bobby Lashley. This guy sucks. Can we get rid of this guy, please? For all you fucking Bobby Lashley idiots, you clowns out there. My buddy Jesse said it the best. I could say it all night. This guy found success in Impact Wrestling, right? He found success in Impact Wrestling. Comes to WWE, and what does Impact Wrestling do? They find success. I wonder why. Because Bobby Trashley wasn't there. You could put a fucking black bandana, a black headband on this fucking guy, and it would make not 1 ounce of a difference. I couldn't tell the difference. You could put Bobby Lashley's headband on a trash can, and I couldn't tell the difference between who's Bobby Lashley and who's not. This is a failure. Bobby Lashley is a failure. For everybody, it's like, oh, well, the heel change was definitely needed for Bobby Lashley. Oh, the heel change is going to do him good. Bullshit. I want you to below me. Every fucking one of you. If Bobby Lashley was fired, released, if he asked to walk and have his contract end early and walk out of the WWE, if the guy disappeared off the face of the fucking earth and we didn't see him anymore on Monday Night Raw, I wouldn't even fucking notice. I would not care. And neither would you. Trash. This show is absolutely god-awful. And he's over there in the ring. He's to no reaction whatsoever. None. He's in the ring posing like the narcissist Lex Luger. Are you the black narcissist now? All we need is for him to come out wearing the fucking little silly getup he had, come out with the cape, and put the mirror in the ring and start flexing his fucking muscles. Maybe that would get over, but even Lex Luger had more fucking charisma than you did. And Lex Luger was a fucking stiff. Garbage. That's exactly what I'm interested in. Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor. Can we get Lio Rush versus Finn Balor? I'd be much more interested in that. No, but we're getting Bobby Lashley though, right? Fuck out of here. We got Lita and Trish. Forgot her name for a second. Pardon me. Lita and Trish. Philadelphia, what the fuck was wrong with you? Listen, there's nothing wrong with Philadelphia. I think the Philadelphia's a great crowd. But I got to ask you a legitimate question, Philadelphia. Why are you going to the show if you know this is going to be the outcome of the show? Why did you go? For anybody that's watching me that was in attendance, I really want you to answer this question. Why the fuck did you go to the show? I'd love to know your reasoning. I'd love to know where your logic was. Seriously. You couldn't pay me to go to this fucking show. You couldn't fucking give me... you give me tickets, I rip them up right in front of you. Yeah, Monday Night Raw, that's what it's worth to me. Boom. Alexa Bliss, Trish, Mickey, Lita. They are in the ring, and they're in the ring together. Before they even say anything, Alexa Bliss and Mickey James come out. Lita says, what's up to her old friend Philadelphia. What's up, Philadelphia? Says it's good to be back home. Plugs the Evolution pay-per-view. Out comes Alexa Bliss. They mock both Lita and Trish. And they mention putting the end to Stratus faction at Evolution. And they make fun of Trish Stratus's pose. Mickey says Trish and Lita haven't been in a WWE for a long time, and while they have been kicking back, she and Bliss have been kicking ass. They didn't say ass, they said butt, which is lame. Bliss goes on about nostalgia and says Evolution will be a cakewalk. They go on, don't talk about cake in front of Titus O'Neil, man. He'll bake you fucking 7 cakes, and then you'll see nobody on Monday Night Raw. They go on and on and on about Trish and Lita and interrupt them, mocking them. Trish and Lita finally say, why don't you come to the ring and fight? Bliss and Mickey drop the mics, head to the ring. They go on and on about how, that they need practice. Alexa Bliss needs practice. She's fresh. They turn around, head right back up the ramp as fans boo. Typical heel reaction there by Bliss and Mickey. Riot Squad approaches Bayley backstage and mock her as they walk off. I don't blame them. Bayley is trash. We have Ruby Riot versus Natalia. Ooh, I can't wait. Handicap match, Kurt Angle versus the Authors of Pain. I was absolutely terrified that they would feed the Authors of Pain to both of them to Kurt Angle. But we see the Conquistador in the ring again with his fucking gold outfit. Some goon wearing a gold outfit. We knew it wasn't Kurt Angle because he looked vastly different. This guy got fucked up. Akam and Razor absolutely killed him. They did it looked like a powerbomb neckbreaker combination. 1, 2, 3. And they unmasked the Conquistador. I don't know who the fuck this guy was. I assume this guy was waiting in line at Gino's for a cheesesteak. That's all I can comprehend here. You know? He wanted a steak with whiz. No onions. This is what I was told. This is where I got my news and info from. These are my sources. Don't correct me. I don't know. So, we get Angle coming out on stage, and Corbin was there watching this entire thing. He was like, oh, that's not Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle comes from behind and gives him the Angle Slam on the stage. So, seeds planted. A little pepper on top of the sauce for Angle and Corbin at Survivor Series. Man, I can't wait. Baron Corbin is fucking his Men's Warehouse wardrobe. Goes from wearing fucking heavy metal, looking heavy metal, listening to fucking death metal and all this other shit, to now, oh look, I am Constable Corbin, who shops at the Men's Warehouse 6 days a week. Natalia versus Ruby Riot. Apparently the Riot Squad were backstage taunting Natalia. Outside of her locker room, they spread mustard and ketchup on Natalia's locker room door. This was in protest because Titus did not serve hot dogs in catering this evening. So they needed to find use for the ketchup and mustard, so they figured it would look better on Natalia's dressing room door. Again, my sources. Like, don't quote me. Natalia versus Ruby Riot. Apparently, the Riot Squad is made up of 3. Natalia comes out with Bayley. And then they got Sasha Banks to come back. And my God, did Sasha Banks look fucking miserable, man. Looked like she wanted to cry. What's going on there, honey? What's going on there, Mercedes? What's going on, huh? You don't like your time in WWE? You think it's bullshit? Don't worry, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. They're treating you like a fucking piece of shit. I know. They don't give a fuck about the women's evolution. You are the evolution, honey. And they're not treating you right. They got Nikki Bella in the main event. Ask Sasha Banks how she feels about not being on the card yet. So, what you're seeing tonight, I guarantee you, we've seen this every single month in every iteration possible. It's going to be the Riot Squad versus Bayley, Sasha, and Natalia at Evolution. And if it is, I swear to God, if this fucking show was on fire, I wouldn't whip my fucking dick out and piss on the flames. I'd sit there with a fucking cold beer. It could be a Budweiser. And I'd watch the fucking burn. I watched the entire fucking shit burn to the ground. Seriously. This show sucks. Natalia wins by DQ. Who cares? I'd rather see the fucking mustard and the ketchup slide down the door all night than watch this fucking shit. Elias is in the ring. He's interrupted by Apollo Crews. Remember him? What? He's still employed? Yeah. My thoughts exactly. Apollo Crews comes out, says that, well, everybody's coming out to interfere here and interrupt you, Elias. I figured it was my time. You know? I'm tired of sitting in the back, he says. I'm tired of being overlooked. I'm tired of seeing guys like you jump ahead of me. Why don't you go talk to Vince, bro? Go talk to Vince. It ain't Elias' fault. Go talk to the big man. He don't want you on the show. He pulled you from NXT 3 years too quick. And then Triple H goes and interviews himself with the Sun or the Mirror UK or one of them fucking publications in the UK and says, and I quote, "I don't think Vince McMahon has ever watched more than a half of an episode of NXT. I don't think Vince McMahon watches NXT. But yet he's plucking Apollo, and he's plucking this one, he's plucking that one, he's plucking Asuka. Who's he going to pluck next? He's going to pluck Aleister Black? He's going to pluck Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa? What is he going to do? If he doesn't know what the fuck they are doing, why do you want them? This is the same guy signing the checks in NXT, and he's not watching the show. Yet this guy loves professional wrestling, right? Main event. Well, actually, Elias was bench pressed by Apollo. I mean, does it matter? Apollo's been dead for 2 years. Now you're going to fucking care about him? Now you're going to build him up? What happened with Mojo Rawley? Didn't you do that for 3 weeks with Mojo Rawley? And then what happened? Vince got tired of him. Vince didn't see nothing in him. Vince got bored. Do you expect Apollo to do anything on Monday Night Raw? Fuck out of here. If I was Apollo, I'd be praying to the fucking gods of wrestling. Can I get a promotion to NXT, please? Shield, Strowman, Ziggler, McIntyre. I don't care. I really don't care. There was an instance here where Ambrose was about to dirty deeds Seth Rollins. So that was avoided. Ziggler tries to take advantage from behind, hits a zigzag. And then Drew McIntyre comes in, tells Ziggler it's time to put Ambrose away. They go for the Claymore, zigzag combo. Reigns makes a save with a Superman punch. And then Reigns avoids a running power slam from Strowman. McIntyre hits a Claymore on Strowman as Reigns moves out of the way, sending Braun out of the ring. Reigns with a spear on Drew. Ziggler comes in from behind. Reigns blocks the zigzag. Shield hits their triple power bomb, and they get the pin. After the match, Strowman is upset. And he said, if you didn't do what I asked you to do, you were going to get these hands. He power slams Dolph Ziggler. And then he eats a Claymore kick, which looked fucking devastating by Drew McIntyre. And that's the way the show went off the air with Drew McIntyre walking away. So this is what I gather from the end. So Braun Strowman, it looks like they're turning him babyface once again because he's moving away from Ziggler and McIntyre. So Braun Strowman has did his deed. He was fed to Roman as a heel because they needed a heel to go against Roman because they didn't have anybody lined up or someone that they thought that would do the job. So they were like, Strowman is the biggest guy on the roster. Let's turn him heel. Let's feed him to Roman. He lost to Roman. He's going to lose to Roman at Crown Jewel. He ain't really doing anything of importance. So then we'll turn him back to a babyface. Completely ruining all the momentum that he had from the beginning as a genuine, organic babyface. So now they're moving him away from Ziggler and McIntyre. This is what I gather. And we are starting to see the end of the Dogs of War, or the Pack. But at this point, I don't care. Whatever's going on here, I don't care. I don't give a fuck about Ambrose turning heel. I don't give a shit about McIntyre and Strowman. I don't give a shit about Ziggler and McIntyre. I don't. This show is in shambles. Absolute shambles. And I can't bring myself to care about anything. I don't. And that's the way Monday Night Raw went off the air. But hey, we got SmackDown Live 1000 tomorrow. Dave Bautista's coming back, bro. Rey Mysterio's coming back. Should be a good show. See you guys then, man. If you missed the Bound for Glory review, it's live on the channel right now. Go and check that out. Over an hour with my thoughts on Austin Aries versus John Hennigan, John Morris. And I'll see you guys for SmackDown Live. Let's get 3,000 thumbs up, motherfucker. Hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more content right here on the channel. I'll talk to you guys later.